$2,300,000 was transferred from the general fund to service the bonds in 2003. Okay? So you're transferring from one fund to the other. Okay? Questions on that? We've done that before. Right? Coming out of one fund, going into the other fund. We know cash is moving, so that gives you at least one half of the interest. Right? Okay? Number 7. Interest of $2 million was paid on March 31st, 2003. You have your debt service fund paying the interest. And then you have your premium on bonds payable that's getting amortized.
Why are you doing that?
Why are you doing that?
Was the...
Have you guys talked about amortizing bonds before in other classes?
A little bit, like premiums.
My associate's degree was
Sure.
here.
So if you have a premium, you have to amortize that down
Was that because
so that at the end of the day, your liability equals the amount you're paying out, right? So that's what you're doing here. And it's at the end of the year.
End
so
of the
you're
year,
doing it.
because
Yep.
it's May 31st. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
March, yeah.
Number 8. The bonds were retired on March 31st of 20Z1. Funds totaling $46 million had been accumulated previously in the debt service fund to retire the bonds. The remainder needed to retire the bonds and make the last $2 million interest payment was transferred from the general fund. Okay? So, we have cash in our, that's coming into our debt services fund, right? $6 million. Okay? We're going to pay off our bonds in the last payment of interest. Here's the money coming from the general fund. Right? Cash is coming from the general fund into the debt services fund. And then we're going to retire our bonds, which includes the bonds and the remainder of the premium. Okay?
Can you? I have like way completely different numbers. Can we go to
Okay.
this one just a little bit more?
Yeah, which pieces?
Just 8.
Which, okay, so it gives you the $46 million had been accumulated previously. It says that they're going to retire the bonds and pay the remainder interest, the last interest payment, which is $2 million. How much are the bonds? What was our bond issue for? Do you remember?
50.
$50 million, right there. Okay? We have a bond payment then due of $50 million plus the interest of $2 million, which means we have to pay $52 million. We had collected $46 million in the debt services fund, so we need how much from the general fund? $6 million, right? You need $6 million. So the general fund transfers it out, the debt services fund brings it in, and you pay off the bonds. Then you have to reverse the liability. And how would I know what number this is?
It's the remainder of the first one.
That's right. So the first year, we did 3/4. The $125,000, right, was 1 year of bond premium, right? The $2.5 million divided by 20 is $125. So the first year, we amortized $93,750. Is that the number? So this last year, we're going to work, and that's 3/4. So the last year, we're going to do the last quarter. Right? Does that make sense? Questions?